Welcome to Silent Medicine, where science meets spirit quietly, practically, without urgency. I am Dr. Nnenna Ndika, clinical psychologist, integrative medicine doctor, and someone who is very particular about identifying what truly keeps my body in homeostasis. Today's episode is called Lifestyle Medicine in Plain English. And I chose that title on purpose because the phrase lifestyle medicine can feel like one of those clinical terms that sounds important, but isn't always fully understood or felt by many people. Some people hear it and feel hopeful. Some people hear it and feel judged. And some people hear it and immediately feel overwhelmed. Like, here we go again, another list of things I'm supposed to do. So today, I want to translate it out of medical language and into human language. Because if something is truly supportive, it should be understandable, it should be usable, and it should feel gentle enough to begin, even when life is heavy. And if you're listening while tired, stressed, or tender, this episode is for you. First, let's explore what lifestyle medicine means without the pressure. Let's start simple. Lifestyle medicine in plain English is the idea that your daily inputs shape your daily outputs. Not just in weight or lab work, but in energy, digestion, sleep, mood, clarity, cravings, inflammation, your overall sense of balance. It means the body is always responding to something. And much of what it's responding to isn't a mystery. It's responding to what you repeatedly give it, be it food, movement, sleep, stress, substances, relationships, light, rhythm, recovery. In many ways, lifestyle medicine is simply the body saying, "Thank you for what you keep giving me. I'm going to adapt to it." An adaptation can be beautiful. Sometimes it's the body's brilliance, but sometimes the body adapts to survival, to chronic stress, to rushed meals, to inadequate sleep, to constant stimulation, to never truly winding down. And then people start saying things like, "I don't feel like myself. My gut is always off. I'm tired but wired. I can't think clearly. I'm doing everything and still don't feel okay." Lifestyle medicine says, gently, let's look at what your system is responding to without blame. And let's start changing the inputs. Not perfectly, just consistently. And please remember this. This is not about perfection. It's about gentle repetition. Small choices practiced often enough that the body can finally exhale and say, aha, this is what support feels like. Secondly, let's look at what lifestyle medicine is not. Now, I want to be very clear here. Lifestyle medicine is not a moral scorecard. It's not virtue. It's not superiority. It's not a brand identity either. Nor is it that good people do these habits and bad people don't. And it is not. If you just tried harder, you could have been healed. That mindset turns health into a performance, which health is not at all. Because performance tightens the nervous system, and a tightened system doesn't heal well. So if you have a history of perfectionism, or shame, or control, or all or nothing thinking, I want you to hear this. Lifestyle medicine is not supposed to make you more anxious. It's supposed to make you feel more supported. It's supposed to reduce the load, not add another burden. In fact, if the way you're practicing health increases stress, guilt, or panic, then something needs to be simplified or modified. Because the state you are in while doing the habit matters. And we'll come back to that later. You may wonder why explaining lifestyle medicine in plain English even matters. To me, it matters because healing is not just intellectual. In fact, healing is far more physiological, psychological, emotional, energetic, and spiritual, all at once. And the nervous system does not respond well to complicated plans when it already feels behind. When someone is overwhelmed and you give them a long checklist, the body often interprets it as a threat. Not because the checklist is wrong, but because the system is already in overload. So plain English matters because it helps the body say, oh, I can do that. Oh, that's not too much. Oh, I can actually begin. And beginning is everything. Because your body doesn't need 10 dramatic changes. It often needs one steady change, repeated safely. You may also wonder why I'm choosing to talk about lifestyle medicine at this time. Here's why I think it matters right now. Not as a trend, but as a necessity. We are living in a world that runs on speed. Notifications, deadlines, screens, stimulation. Even rest gets turned into something we try to optimize. And the body, as you know, it keeps the receipts. The body keeps the score. So many of what people call mysterious symptoms are actually predictable responses to modern overload. Inadequate sleep, high stress, rushed meals, too little sunlight, too much blue light, constant mental labor, and not enough true recovery time. So, lifestyle medicine in plain English is simply this. We're helping the body return to conditions it can thrive in. Not perfectly, not all at once, but gently, so the system can exhale and return to balance, one day at a time. Now, let's pivot a little and take a closer look at the core pillars of lifestyle medicine. Lifestyle medicine usually includes 6 pillars. I'm going to walk through each one gently and translate it into something you can feel and hopefully incorporate into your daily life. So pillar 1 is food. Food is not just fuel. Food is information. Food tells your body what kind of environment you're in. Stable or unstable. Inflammatory or supportive. Safe or chaotic. But food is also culture, memory, comfort, identity, fear, celebration, grief. So, we have to hold food with compassion. In plain English, the food pillar becomes this question. Can I eat in a way that supports my body and doesn't turn meals into pressure? And as a side note, if you want to go deeper into this lens, you may want to listen to episode 3, Nutrition as Information, Not Identity, if you haven't already. Now let's talk about what I mean by pressure when meals become pressure. Because if you're eating perfectly, but you're terrified, your nervous system is still receiving fear. And if you're eating imperfectly, but you're calm and steady, your digestion often does better. So, food is both what you eat and how you eat. And when we forget the how, we miss the medicine. In other words, food and nutrition are not just physical, They are mindful. They are a mindful practice. A relationship the body learns through safety, presence, and repetition. The second pillar is movement. Movement is not punishment. It's circulation, it's lymph flow, it's mood chemistry, it's joint nourishment, it's nervous system signaling. Movement can also facilitate emotional discharge. Sometimes the body carries stress, like a held breath, unfinished, unprocessed, still bracing. And movement helps the body complete what it couldn't complete. So, in plain English, movement becomes the question. Can I move in a way my body trusts? Not in a way that hurts. Not in a way that shames. Not in a way that feels like war. But in a way that feels supportive, nourishing, and sustainable. And as a side note, if you want a deeper reflection on this, you may want to listen to episode 5, which is on movement that doesn't betray your body. May be a good companion if you haven't listened yet. The third pillar is sleep. Sleep is a nightly repair lab. It's not just rest. It's restoration and revitalization. When people say, I'm doing everything and it's not working, sometimes the most honest answer is, you're not sleeping enough to repair. In plain English, sleep becomes, can I protect sleep like it is medicine? Sometimes that's a small boundary. Sometimes it's a wind down ritual that tells your body, we are safe. So here we are at pillar 4, stress, nervous system regulation. Stress is not just a mental or emotional experience. Stress is a body experience. It lives in the jaw, the gut, the shoulders, the pelvic floor, the breath, the heart rate. So stress care is not a luxury. It's foundational. In plain English, stress regulation becomes, can I downshift on purpose, even for 1 minute a day? 1 minute. Not an hour, not a retreat. 1 minute repeated becomes a signal to your body. I am not trapped. So pillar 5 is substances. This includes alcohol, nicotine, drugs, but also the subtler things we use to numb. Constant scrolling, overwork, emotional bypassing. Substances are often not about bad choices. They are often about, I need relief. I need a break. I need to not feel this. So in plain English, substances become, what am I using to get relief? And is there a gentler way to meet that need? No shame, just honesty. Pillar 6, connection. Connection is not just social. Connection is also about nervous system safety. Sometimes connection is community. Sometimes it's one safe friend. Sometimes it's prayer. Sometimes it's nature. Sometimes it's your own hand on your chest saying, I'm here. In plain English, connection becomes, where do I feel safe enough to soften? Now I want to give you the silent medicine translation that ties all of these pillars together. If the nervous system doesn't feel safe, even good habits can become stressful. You can eat well, but if you eat in fear, the body receives fear. You can exercise, but if your exercise is punishment, the body receives threat. You can try to sleep, but if your system is bracing, the body stays alert. So lifestyle medicine is not just behavior. It is behavior in a state. And if you only remember one sentence from today, let it be this. Small choices, repeatedly practiced, in a state of steadiness and calm. That is lifestyle medicine in plain English. A lot of people say, I know what to do, I just don't do it. That doesn't mean you're lazy. It often means one of these things. You're trying to change too many things at once. You're trying to change through shame or guilt. Your life environment is not supportive. Your nervous system is dysregulated. Your body is exhausted. Sometimes I can't, is the body saying. I need a softer entry point. Lifestyle medicine done well is not rigid. It is adaptive. It meets the person where they are. So, here's the approach I recommend. Choose one pillar for 7 days. Not all 6, just one. And choose a shift that is so gentle you almost think it wouldn't matter. Because the goal is not intensity. The goal is consistency. Your body doesn't trust extremes. It trusts rhythm. Let me make this real for a few different lives. Because start small sounds nice, but it helps to see it. If you're a busy parent, your entry point might be one predictable anchor, a simple, repeatable meal, a 10-minute walk, or dimming lights as a shared wind down. Not perfect, just repeatable. If you're a clinician or caregiver, your nervous system is often on all day. Your entry point might be a 90-second downshift between people. One long exhale, shoulders drop, jaw soften, hand on belly. A tiny ritual that tells your body, I'm safe enough to reset. If you're a high achiever or you carry the immigrant mentality, your entry point might be choosing rest without guilt. In a practical form, stopping work 10 minutes earlier, eating one meal without rushing, protecting sleep like an appointment. The work isn't doing more. It's letting your body learn that it doesn't have to earn rest. Notice, none of these are dramatic. They are small choices practiced in a steady and calmer state. That's how the body starts trusting you again. So let's end with a practice. You can do this right now. This micro practice is the one gentle shift. So place one hand on your belly or your chest. Inhale for 4 seconds. Pause for 1 and exhale for 6 seconds. Do that 3 times. Then ask yourself quietly, what is one small shift my body could accept today? Not a shift you think you should do. Not a shift you want to do for aesthetics. Not the shift that will impress someone. The shift your body could accept. Name it in one sentence. That's your medicine for today. And if tomorrow changes, you can choose again. Because this is not about control. It's about partnership. Thank you for spending this quiet time with me today. If something in the episode supported you in a good way, or helped you feel a little less confused or overwhelmed by it all, you might share it with someone whose body has also been carrying a lot in silence. You can find more calm, practical reflections silentmedicine.com. And if you'd like gentle support about once a week, you're welcome to join the Silent Medicine newsletter there as well. A gentle reminder, the reflections shared here are not intended to diagnose, treat, or replace professional medical or psychological care. They are offered as an invitation to inform, to inspire, and to support your journey of deeper self-discovery and healing. Until next time, may you notice one quiet way your body is already trying to care for you, even if the world hasn't honored that yet. May you keep listening to the healer within. This is Dr. Nnenna, Silent Medicine. Take care.